Real quick demo for my Kerbal control panel for the computer game Kerbal Space Program. My right monitor currently is hooked up to this Raspberry Pi, which will be shown on the center 7-inch screen, but it's just easier to use on the right monitor for now. It shows all the telemetry data for the flight, as well as a moving map if I want to have that up instead. So, real quick demo, all the buttons and switches are hooked up, they're running, they're all hooked up to an Arduino Mega back here. Flight control computer for all the autopilot and targeting functions, maneuver nodes, is ran by an Arduino Micro. The LEDs for my advisory lights aren't hooked up, neither is my electrical or fuel gauge hooked up at the moment. But all the buttons and switches are functional. You have your flight control joystick, you have your translation controls for docking, your staging panel here, your SAS headings here. These are for all of your, I got them hooked up for solar panels, antennas, cargo bays, docking ports, camera functions here, landing gear, lights, brakes, ladder. Got your throttle here. This is a motorized linear potentiometer for throttle, so I can move it manually, or if I want, full engines, and move up or down. Then engine start stop functions. So real quick demo, we'll go ahead and turn on our SAS, go to radial out. Here we're going to turn on our engines full throttle, and then we'll cut our engines on, and then we'll go ahead and arm and execute. And then when that first stage is done, just press our execute button again and get rid of that stage. Action group buttons in the middle, time warp knob here, so the RCS switch in order to enable the translation controls, a big ol' abort button if things go haywire, which will eject the top of the capsule and then open up the parachutes at the correct altitude. So, but all in all, it's been quite a lot of fun to work on. Pretty neat project involving a few different microcontrollers as well as the Raspberry Pi. So, hope you enjoyed.